There's an interesting case that's received some attention, but not really enough, that Judge Kavanagh ruled on when he was on the appellate court. It involved the death of a worker at SeaWorld. It was an animal trainer who was killed by a killer whale. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration imposed a very small penalty on SeaWorld, saying you didn't properly protect the worker. Judge Kavanagh said, actually no, SeaWorld should have been immune from that fine. He said the Occupational Safety and Health rule shouldn't protect workers at entertainment facilities, which was a concept he made up out of thin air. He asked the question, who are we to say that there's a paternalistic protection that should be afforded to workers? And that was really insightful both to his philosophy and the concrete impact. The answer to that question, which the majority in that case gave, was, well, Congress, representing we the people, is the ones who make the determination. That's why they created the Occupational Safety and Health Administration with the express purpose of protecting workers, because there was a recognition that workers don't have the power at the workplace individually to protect themselves against unsafe conditions. This then translates very directly into whether or not workers in work sites across America are going to be protected against unsafe hazards or not. A view that the whole purpose of the agency is questionable because it's a paternalistic imposition on workers' freedom to work in unsafe conditions. Well, that tells you a lot about what's at stake. Our rights as consumers or as breathers of clean air, and his decisions are commonly subordinated to the rights of corporations to do what they want, whether that's controlling the internet or polluting the air and water we breathe and drink. We looked at the cases in which Judge Kavanagh was involved that were split decision cases, where the 3-judge panel he was part of ruled 2-1, or where the full panel considered a case and divided. In those cases, Judge Kavanagh ruled for corporations about 87% of the time. In consumer and regulatory cases, that he ruled for the business side 18 times, for consumers in the public interest only 4 times. In environmental cases, he ruled for polluters and corporations or states challenging environmental rules 11 times, and for the environment, clean air, clean water, only 2 times. In cases involving worker rights, he ruled for employers 15 times, for the worker side only 2 times. In cases involving police and civil rights and human rights abuses, he ruled against victims 7 out of 7 times. And in 2 antitrust cases that he was involved in, where again the court was split, he ruled for the merging parties both times and against the government in each of those cases. When you review Judge Kavanagh's decisions as an appellate court judge, what emerges is that he thinks that corporations should have more rights than regular human beings.